Okay, let's work on the edit part. So that should be fairly simple as well. So let's go to the create page, and I want to copy everything from here and create a new file called edit.blade.php, and we can paste that. Let's update this to edit role. We can also pass in the name in here, so it is role title, and it's gonna be, this route is gonna be roles.update, and we also need to pass in the role model. So we have the title and permissions in here, so these are all gonna be synced by default because we are gonna pass a default prop in here. So the default is gonna be role. So these are all covered in the previous videos, so you can check them out, and you can also check the documentation for that. It's all available in the documentation. And to populate the permissions data, what we can do is, let's first test it out without passing in the relations array and see what's how it looks like, and then we'll implement that later. So the edit page looks good for now. Let's go to the controller and implement the edit page. So let's define, instead of defining the edit, I think we can just copy the create page and make changes. So instead of create, it's going to be edit, and we want to go to the edit page, and we also want to pass in the permissions. So let's test it out now. So I'll just reload it once because we made some changes to the controller, and we also added a blade file, so maybe it reloaded in the background. So okay, undefined variable role, because we didn't implement the root model binding, and we also need to pass that role. So let's check it out once again. Let's click on edit, and now as you can see, the admin data is populated, but the permissions data is not. So to populate that, what we need to do is we need to pass in the relation prop. Maybe these are internally passed in as props, so that's what I'm referring to. So let's save this and test it out. Click on edit, and now as you can see, the role data is populated automatically, so you don't have to do anything. It all works, and that's really great. So let's work on the update part now. So this should be also similar to the store, so we can copy that, and instead of store, it's gonna be update, and let's rename this to update. And we are also gonna use the root model binding in here, and instead of role create, it's gonna be role update, and we don't have to assign that. And now we can also perform the sync task and redirect the user to the index page. Okay, we don't have the update role request, so let's go ahead and define that. So artisan make request update role request. Let's import that, and okay, let's go to that class, pass the true value by default, and the rules, maybe we can make use of the store role request. So let's go ahead and apply the same rules for the update class as well. You can define the unique and all the other validation stuff as per your needs. I'm just keeping it simple, so this should now work. Okay, we have done that. We are also updating the data. We are also performing the sync for the permissions and redirecting the user. Okay, what I also want to do here is I want to implement the toast, because we haven't talked about it yet. So okay, I think we have a default of title. Role updated successfully, and we can get rid of this. Okay, this should work. Maybe role details updated. Let's test it out. Okay, so let's remove all of these permissions and let's update this role now. Okay, click on submit. Okay, I made a mistake. We need to pass in the method as put instead of post. So inside form, the method is gonna be put. Let's save that and reload and click on edit. And maybe I'll just remove some of these so that we'll know that we actually updated it. Click on submit, and as you can see, we also have that post visible now. Again, let's click on edit, and I think I updated the admin section. Yep. So I want to apply all of these to the admin, and let's test it out one last time. Okay, that looks good. So the update thing is also working now. So in the next part, we'll work on deleting the records, and in the further videos, we'll be working on implementing the roles and all the other stuff. So see you guys in the next one.